I'm just a girl from Chicago.
You got caught.
I got caught. So the thing about it was that I was on my way to county jail and I was going to see this guy.
Okay.
And we were like fucking around.
Okay.
And the girlfriend was kind of weary about it. And I was talking shit, telling everybody I was on my way to go to the county. And that bitch had popped on my live and asked me, you going to see my man and all this shit? And I was mad about that because bitch, you got my number. You could have called me and asked me some shit like that. So at the time, I was trying to be, oh, girl, my life was so messy back then. I think I calmed down just a little bit, baby. And me and her got the arguing on the live and stuff. And I said, well, bitch, you know, you ugly, bitch. You flip the camera, bitch. You look just like her. You know, and why did I do that? That bitch had went off on me.
As an example.
I wasn't talking about her. I was arguing with somebody on Facebook.
You look like her. Is she like, it look like who?
Yes, baby. And you know, I want to apologize to her and tell her that I'm sorry for that. That was me. But honey, you are certainly ugly, honey. Can't nothing change about that, girl.
I'm just a girl from Chicago. What they say we're guilty for, they give us our trial. Granny say I'm innocent, trust in the Bible, but I trust in survival. Just a girl from Chicago.
Go, what's that word? It's KB Nene, and I'm just a girl from Chicago. And today I got with me the one and only Scoota. What's that word?
Thank you. Go motherfucking here, Chicago. Bad bitch in the house.
Would you prefer to be called Raymond or Scoota?
Baby, whatever comes to your mind.
I prefer good old Scoota.
Okay.
Everybody knows Scoota. Everybody knows Scoota. You feel me?
How's everybody doing today? Welcome, honey, to Just a Girl from Chicago.
You feel me? And I got just a guy from Chicago, from the rack, one of the most trending, baby, most talked about. Coda Gray.
Don't do me like a dog.
Period. But for the people that don't know, tell them who you are and where you from.
Well, my name is Scooter, a.k.a. Raymond Jackson, and I'm from out west, honey, 290 all the way. And right now, I'm interviewing with my girl, and I'm ready for the bullshit.
Let's go. So, to kick it out, before we start the interview, I got to say my disclaimer. Everything we say on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Please do not get yourself in a situation that's going to be real hard to get out of about something I said.
Period. Or I.
You feel me? We don't want nobody coming approaching us on the street and be like, you said this, that, and the thing. Now we got to turn them every which way but lose, baby, because we not going at all.
It's for entertainment purposes only, but we totally, brutally honest people, baby.
Period. We got to stand on the truth, you feel me? These days, everything's so fake and so fabricated. They love to see the real, baby.
Yes.
So it's only right I had to bring, because I know you're going to give us the real, the raw, the uncut, honey. Period. So to start it off, you feel me? It ain't no secret, you feel me? You do struggle with addiction. So tell us a little bit about that, what the struggle's been like, and what's your road to sobriety been like?
So my drug addiction started just a little bit before my mom passed in September 2019.
Okay.
And I went from weed to PCP, honey. I never snorted nothing. I never smoked crack, baby. I don't do ecstasy. I don't drink, honey. I don't do mushrooms. I don't sniff glue. I don't do none of all that old extra ass shit. You know what I'm saying? So
just a little leaf.
Yeah, just a little leaf, you know. And when my mom died, I got really, really depressed.
Okay.
You know, and my drug addiction had got even worse, you know. And ain't no drug better than the other, I must say. A drug is a drug, whether you smoke weed, snort crack, smoke crack, or whatever. And now I'm 41 years old, and I feel like that I'm a very smart and intelligent young man.
I agree.
And I feel like that now I have to catch up with the rest of the world as far as like having things and being stable in life.
Okay, so it kind of sets you back. So contributing factors to your drug use, you would say a lot had to do with your mom passing. Y'all was real close.
Well, that's when it got heavier, honey. I always blow the boogie, baby. You know what I'm saying?
It always been kicking.
It got worse. It had got worse, but Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Let me get my big ass up. Okay. So it got worse when my mom had passed away, and it just felt like that I was kicked out in the world by myself. You know, I
Mama
was
passed
sheltered with
away
my
in
mom.
2019.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah, my mom
That's
had
a
breast
hard
cancer.
pill to swallow, honey.
It is, especially being young and like that being like your only kind of source of direction. Like you say,
Yeah.
it kind of make you feel like you out here on your own. You got to figure it out for yourself. You ain't got that anchor of protection. Like when you always know
Yeah.
I could go to mama house. I know
'Cause
no matter
that
what
is
I
the
do.
only person that's gonna walk to hell with you and back, baby.
For sure. Tell us
Trust
a little
me.
bit about you and your mom relationship.
Oh, girl, Gwenny was a trip with her shit, baby. You know, my mama was very outspoken. She was a good cook. She just always had the best intentions for me. You know, we were very, very extremely close. I always said when I was younger, when I grew up, I wanted to be just like my mom. You know, and I was blessed to have that lady. You know, just as far as like the intellect that she taught me and how she raised me, and you know.
Was she really accepting of your sexuality?
Well, at first she wasn't. She was kind of fucked up about the bullshit, baby. You know what But you know, later on in life, I think she gained to accept me because my mama was an older lady and my dad had passed away, and I got a younger sister and an older brother, and my brother was out. Like, you know, when we were little in the house, my brother was out. We had an older brother.
Right.
And when he left, and my sister went to college and started dating, and you know, eventually moved out, and my gay ass was still there. So you know, when you get older like that, you know, my mama stayed in a senior building, and there was a lot of seniors there who children didn't fuck with them. You know, and I was just always with my mama. You know, a lady named Miss Jackson, bless her heart, had told me that my mama was lucky to have me.
Okay, so you was real active, like
I was
during her
really, really
sickness, coming
active
in and checking on her.
with my mom. Yeah.
And I don't think people know how important that is. Like like a lot of senior citizens, when they get older, some of them lose their mind, and they kids get to going through life, and they can
so
forget
you know
about
what? I was rarely am I shocked about anything, but when my mama stayed in that senior building, I was extremely shocked that these older men and women had these children and grandkids, and nobody never came to see them or fuck with them. Like, you know, they were alone, you know, and that plays a bigger part in elderly people's life. You know, they just feel like that is just them, and you know, and for the God to me, I don't understand. First of all, how do you put your mom in a senior building?
do you think that it have to something to do with how they was as a parent before they actually got in a situation where they needed their kids? Because you have some parents that are terrible, evil parents to their kids. And when they get of age, like it comes to a point, just like I needed you, it's gonna come a time where you're gonna need me in your older age.
No, I don't believe that.
Okay.
Because today's society, kids are having kids.
Okay.
Those people in the senior building are real nanas and grandmas and stuff like that. So I believe that they tried to the best of their ability to raise their children. You know what I'm saying? And you know, people always say that, hey, you know, I got a life too, and life goes on and stuff like that. But you know, kids tend to forget that their mom has struggled to raise them and go to work and provide them with this and provide them with that. And I just think that people forget about that.
For sure, we get lost in our everyday lives.
Yeah, I didn't forget that about my mom.
That's what's up. That's very needed. Now, let's talk about viral moments, baby, because you one viral moment.
Oh my God.
I just see you ride down the expressway.
Yeah.
Cold grave. When was your first viral moment?
So my first viral moment, my very first viral is when I was in a car with my girlfriend, Marsha, my best friend.
Okay.
And one day, me, her, and her friend, well, our friend, Chantel, was in Shiki car. And I think me and Chantel got out, or I think that I walked up on them and Chantel was in the store and I sat in the front seat. And Chantel said, well, you can get in the back. You know what I'm saying? I said, get in the back. I said, what the fuck is the difference? You in the car. And she just really wanted this motherfucking front seat. I was about to argue with it, then I thought about it. Maybe let me get my fat ass in the backpack. You want to know why?
Why?
Because some of the coldest bitches in the world sit in the back. When Oprah car come for her, she sits where?
In the back.
Thank you.
Rosa Parks.
No,
Thank
thank
you.
you.
Hanging, baby.
Okay, thank you.
Period.
So that did, but what really made me noticeable to people in Chicago is that ugly ass girl.
You uglier than 3 motherfuckers.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's why I met you.
And you know, I just want to say, I apologize to her for that. I was actually
You got caught.
I got caught.
She caught you.
So the thing about it was that I was on my way to county jail and I was going to see this guy.
Okay.
And we were like fucking around.
Okay.
And the girlfriend was kind of weary about it. And I was talking shit, telling everybody I was on my way to go to the county. And that bitch had popped on my live and asked me, you going to see my man and all this shit? And I was mad about that because bitch, you got my number. You could have called me and asked me some shit like that. So at the time, I was trying to be, oh girl, my life was so messy back then. I think I calmed down just a little bit, baby. And me and her got the arguing on the live and stuff. And I said, well, bitch, you know, you ugly, bitch. You flip the camera, bitch. You look just like her. You know, and why did I do that? That bitch had went off on me.
As an example.
I wasn't talking about her. I was arguing with somebody on Facebook.
You look like
her.
Is she like, it look like who?
Yes, baby. And you know, I want to apologize to her and tell her that I'm sorry for that. That was me. But honey, you are certainly ugly, honey. Can't nothing change about that girl. And there's one thing we got from it, baby. We definitely got notoriety and popularity with that video.
Definitely went up into the point now. I just seen something going viral where they had like Scoota once said. Everybody was just in the comments.
Oh my God.
I'm in a real bad mood.
Baby, yes. I was broke, trying to find that bag and shit, baby.
So, about jail, okay, you deal with incarceration going in and out.
Yeah.
When you go to jail, do you go PC or do you go general population? You in population. You with the thugs and the killers, you with it all.
Yes, baby.
So what you think when they say, okay, most transsexual men go to PC, so I guess maybe they ain't got to deal with what you think that with the cost?
So jail has really turned around in years now. It's more of in real time type of niggas. That's it now. You know, once upon a time, an openly gay homosexual couldn't walk in population in jail like that. But because society has tried to norm homosexuality,
it's more acceptable.
It's more acceptable. It is. I mean, now you still will get your ass whooped, but they don't really physically just go and attack you. Now, you know, it's a bad apple on every tree.
Right.
But it's more acceptable, and then you have a more acceptable administration that runs the jail now. And shout out to my girlfriends at the Cook County Department of Corrections, honey. Excuse me.
Period. Yeah. So how you feel about them saying like on my train of thought, okay, with the sexuality in jail, and do you think that men that are intimidated or like you say you got average?
No, I don't think that they're
men.
intimidated.
Okay, but listen to what I was about to say, because of course, if you push up on them, they not like that, you're gonna get their reaction.
Yeah, you are.
But they say like a lot of men be over masculine, like
no,
homosexual men ain't doing nothing to you.
Yeah, and no.
Okay.
I think that is a lot of guys that truly do not give a fuck about your sexuality.
Okay.
But because of the clique that they run with and the backlash that they been potentially get from hanging or playing cards with them.
Okay.
This is the reason why that an alpha male has to put up this facade.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Saying that they don't like it because deep down inside, they truly, honestly don't have a problem with homosexuals.
So you don't think it's like internal demons they fighting? It's more so about like the outer perception that they'll get from everybody else?
I mean, yeah and no.
Okay.
You know, it's some guys out there that actually like guys, but they have a lifestyle and a reputation to uphold. I'm
Right.
talking about a general, pure-hearted, heterosexual male who don't give a fuck about your sexuality or nothing like that, but because he, one of the Black Stones or
Right.
GD or something
You
like
already
that.
want to attach
That-
yourself to it.
Yeah, and then on the flip side of that, too, is what the girlfriend may think. You
Right.
understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So because it's been said about women that the normal man does not kick it with homosexuals.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's a time, it's a change in time.
Change
Because
in time,
me
for sure.
personally, I say a real man would kick it with a homosexual. You know what I'm saying? Because what I choose to put in my mouth and my ass behind closed doors
Ain't really your
does not affect you. You know what I'm saying? As long as I'm respectful to you and you're respectful to me, we rocking and rolling. You
So-
know what I'm saying?
In jail in Cook County, are you respected on the men's
I
jail
am
population?
very much so. So now I get it. Faggot this, or you can't come on the deck this, and you know it happens.
Okay.
Now I'm not gonna say, girl, that it happens every
day,
day of the
all day,
week.
like you
No,
just
it
been
don't.
harassed.
And I believe that the reason why it doesn't happen to me like that because of this Facebook and my
So when you go to
popularity.
jail, they know you. The guys population,
Everybody
they
know
you.
me.
They
Guard,
you like a
the
celebrity.
officers know me, and the administrators know me. A lot of people follow me. So yeah, and you know what? I really, really appreciate the Facebook thing though, because you know it gives guys an opportunity to kick it with a guy that's
For sure.
on a different type of level than they are. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you know,
More diversity.
yeah.
So you do run into men that's not gay, but
I
they
do.
are fans of you. They like your content. They
Yes,
find you
I get
funny.
that all the time. Yes, I do.
That's cool.
Yes, I do. And shout out to them.
Speaking on your sexuality, when did you discover that you like men?
When did I discover when I liked men? When I was old enough to drink milk.
You've been drinking milk your whole life.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
So it's not. So to break the myth, it's not something that develops due to sexual abuse or because of your environment.
No.
It's just something that you always knew inside of you. This is what I'm attracted
Correct.
to.
Correct.
Females, I'm not really. They don't
Correct.
really.
Some
Relate.
people, the new generation,
Okay.
some, not all, some people are touched and fondled in that way. And I don't believe that it necessarily makes them gay. I believe that they're forced to experience some abnormal shit. And in the event of them experience the abnormal shit
realize
and all that, they realize, baby, hey, I like this too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, but no, me personally, I was born into my lifestyle. I've never had a woman in my 45 years.
You never been with a woman. You ain't never had no cat, Scooter. You ain't never wanted none, thought about it.
The only motherfucking cat I had was fried fish with the bones, honey. Excuse me. That's it. That's all, baby.
Period.
We ain't got nothing to talk about.
Now you said your mama, she grew to become accepting. And what about your father? Because in the black community, the dads don't be for none of that with
They don't.
young black sons. How was your experience with that?
So my dad was a little bit irritated with me because I was his only child, only son.
Okay.
You know, and I think that he was irritated and disappointed.
Okay.
But I never was abused. My daddy didn't ever beat the shit out of me. You know, some of these young guys
Try to
does
beat it
that.
out of you, yeah.
That's only gonna make their curiosity to want to suck dick a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah.
On Code of Grave. Did your parents grow up real religious? Like, cause that play a big part
No,
into
honey, we
it.
just believe in God
Regular
and
black
the Ten
Baptists.
Commandments.
For
That's
sure,
it.
for sure. So cause I know like kids growing up like and they struggling with they trying to find their sexuality, that be a big thing because we mostly grew up Christian and we was always taught like, nah, that's an abomination. And I think
I don't believe
struggle
people
with that.
struggle with their sexuality. I believe that they know what they want and they struggling to come out because they afraid of the backlash.
So
that
they
might
struggle with
find.
expressing their sexuality.
There we go.
Okay.
Nobody. I don't think nobody's just, oh my God, I'm gay. I'm going to kill myself. It has happened, but I'm telling you from a personal experience. See, I never was in a closet or shied away or nothing like that. So, I guess I can speak on it just a
Do
little
you
bit.
think it was easier for you being able to express yourself because even though you had parents that didn't necessarily condone it and like it, they didn't shun you, they didn't kick you out the house, they didn't abuse you, they didn't make you feel less than, they just didn't agree with it?
I believe that it was 50-50.
Okay.
But on the 50-50 side, because I'm an older guy, I was brought up when the factory was open on Madison and George's Music Room, and when they used to throw sticks and bottles at fags and
So
gay
you
guys.
experienced that when you was actually getting.
I did not experience that, honey. Excuse me. Now I experienced the faggot shit being called verbally abused. I never been jumped on because I was gay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Always got jumped on because of this old cock trap of mine. This.
Your mouth. So you always been popping it.
Yeah,
You always
I was a
been
child. See, when I was 16 years old, we wouldn't be able to sit down and do this. Too much. Yeah, too much. Over the
you toned it
motherfucking
down.
top.
You became more marketable.
Well, it's not even that. It's just, I'm older now.
Okay.
And certain things get old.
For sure.
Well,
age comes from maturity.
It does.
Go, what's that word? It's KB Nene, and I'm just a girl from Chicago. I'm wearing Dear Mama merch. Official Dear Mama t-shirts available in a lot of colors, a lot of flavors. It's going up. Make sure y'all tap in, order y'all want, take a picture, tag me, make some content. Yeah, we got lyrics. It's a letter. If you missing your special lady, make sure y'all order y'all t-shirt and make sure y'all streaming. Dear Mama featuring Hollywood, the artist, produced by T3 Beats. Y'all can order y'all t-shirts on I'm Just a Girl from Chicago.com. Go up. 111 222s, baby. Everybody knows Scooter don't play about that coin, baby.
Yes, baby. My few dollars, baby.
So break down your logic of this. When you on live, send me my 111 222s. Is that a virtual form of panhandling? Or is that being paid for your services because you're entertaining these hoes?
There we go, right there. You said it.
Break down your logic of that, though, for the people that don't get it. Because I get it. I'm entertaining, I know.
So my thing is that it is a lot of comedians out here. People like Kevin Hart and Cheryl Underwood and all those motherfuckers. And I feel as though that when they come to Chicago, you boys and girls running flock and buy those tickets and you want to be entertained.
For sure.
I feel as though that I'm just as funny as they is. You know what I'm saying? So if you willing to pay them top dollar just to sit down for an hour or two, you know what I'm saying, and laugh and kiki and caca, you can send me a 111222, baby, at a fraction of the cost, baby, and be thoroughly entertained day in and day out. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
Subscribe for free. All you gotta do is come tap in, but it ain't
So
free.
Facebook does not pay me.
Okay.
The only way I get paid with Facebook is with the stars.
Okay. Which ain't too much or nothing.
Well, it's a blessing.
Okay.
It's for a person that works hard and have kids and stuff like that and is willing to send their hard-earned money to somebody that you don't even know.
For sure.
That's a blessing.
For
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? So, yeah, stars count, even though I hate them. But I take them.
For
Yeah.
So it's basically like you, because I don't think a lot of people understand is when you make certain type of content, they kind of censor you. They tell you what you can't say. And I feel like when I was able to just cuss and be myself, I was more funnier opposed to trying to clean it up now. Yeah. So with the cleaning it up, people got to understand, okay, with the type of content you make, people got to understand, okay, I'm not getting these big Facebook, Instagram checks. So basically, you going straight to your fan base. You going straight to the consumer. Ain't really no middleman. You ain't got to cut. Facebook ain't got to cut you a check. Whatever y'all feel like sending me,
I
they
get my
send
money.
it.
Tag my 111222 tax free.
And that's how you know that you have a real fan base.
I do.
Because
I don't.
Go ahead.
I don't have fans.
No, you have a fan base. You have a supporter.
No. I don't have supporters.
What they is? Call them.
They're my family.
You got family.
Thank you.
So you really do love, because I know you do show love. You
I do.
love. So
I
you really love your
really
Facebook people.
really love for my family on Facebook.
Is that a form of therapy for you, being able to get on
It is.
talk?
It is. It is. It is. It's a form of therapy for me, and it's a form of therapy for them.
It is, because people go through stuff. And people come to your page just to smile, change their
They
mood.
do. You know what I really, really love about Facebook?
What's that?
The information that pours through my inbox.
What you mean? They be
Well,
teas?
No. That too. But it's more of, so I'm homeless.
Mhm.
Well, you can go right here and fill out for a housing voucher. Come over here. I'm a supervisor at this job. I'm a doctor over here. They go to dentist. Come to our dentist school. We got you. Information. You know what I'm saying? Resources. That's the word I meant to say.
Networking.
It is a lot of fucking resources in this phone here.
And people don't, when people love you, they see you a real person. And what I like about you is a lot of times on the internet, people only show the good. Like they only want to show.
Yeah.
You are transparent with your entire
Yes, I am.
and that's what we love, because it makes it so relatable. Because
Yes.
when you seeing everybody on the internet like, oh, they only life perfect, that's what people in the comments. Oh, no, they ain't really got this, because people know the real. Like you ain't nobody just perfect. So when you show up and you say, hey, I smoke leaf. Hey, I need this. Hey, I'm homeless right now. Hey, I need y'all help. Hey, I'm
Do
in
you follow
jail.
me?
I do. I've been following you for a while, baby.
Well, okay, so you mean a perfect life as in Jaquita New.
Who the fuck is that?
Watch it now, baby. She cold,
Be on
baby.
game, boy.
Yeah. But Jaquita New has a new 2025 Mercedes-Benz truck.
Okay.
She only shops at Gucci, Louis Vuitton, Prada, and all that shit. She takes trips around the world, baby.
That's nice.
Perfect. But you'll never see no downsides.
But
Jaquita New.
that's what they want you to see. But behind, not saying this her situation, but behind you got my husband cheating on him, beating on him.
Oh my God,
He is
Jaquita girl.
disrespectful. That's what I mean when I say people
Yeah.
only show the good.
Yeah.
And leave you to wonder about the fucked up shit
Yeah.
they like. Because we
Jaquita
know
New.
we know it's some
Yeah.
fucked up shit there. It's fucked up shit. in
Jaquita
everybody.
New.
Yeah. So Scooter, you more so you transparent. You even not anything you don't want me to ask. Ask me anything. Like you not ashamed of what you've been through.
For what? You want to know why I'm not ashamed
Wow.
of what I do and what I say and how I come and how I present it? Always remember this, young lady. It's always the bitch that's doing worse than you.
Oh, Coda.
Always.
Always.
You could be sleeping in the car with a pair of shorts on with snow up to here, baby. Car don't even have to run, baby. No money, nothing. It's a bitch in South Africa that's doing worse than you. Trust me.
For sure.
Not even that's that far. A block over.
For sure. On Coda Grave. So you feel like ain't nobody I feel like ain't nobody in no position to put nobody down. Like you say, it ain't no drug that's worse than the other. It ain't no sin that's worse than another.
right.
I might not do exactly what you do, but I do what I do.
Yes.
You feel me?
Oprah Winfrey
And-
herself couldn't bring me down.
You feel me?
Just because she can wipe her ass for the rest of her life with $100 bills, baby, don't mean that she's better than me.
You don't go to grave.
She just have a little bit more materialistic things than me.
Oh, no, but people don't understand.
Her
like,
shit stank and her pussy bleed just like everybody else.
But you could be richer as a person though, and that's one thing also that I noticed about you. Like no matter what point you in your life, whether you at the drug store, whether you strung out, or whether you in jail, or whether you clean, you always keep this happiness. Like you always got this
That's right.
light on you. You always stay
Because
optimistic.
it's always
Somebody
somebody
better
doing
than you,
worse than
for
you.
sure. For sure. So a lot of these people, they be having all this material stuff, all this money, but they be so angry, evil.
Yeah.
Be
They need a
hot.
friend.
Yeah, all
They
type
need to
of shit.
heal.
For sure, for sure. But we do got this segment called the hot seat. Got to put you in the seat, got to get down to the nitty gritty of it.
My ass is burning.
When you take people money,
Okay.
do you go get high with it?
I used to.
Don't go to grave, because now you in sobriety.
Yes.
So talk about that, because they used to call you out. They say, Scooter, we give you our money, we think you're doing good. And next thing you know, you in the street, passed out.
Well, trust me, I've developed a relationship with my girlfriends on Facebook. And they know when I get high.
Okay.
And when I get high, the blessings start. They come still.
They dwindle
But,
down, though.
but it dwindles down, though. And I ain't mad at nobody because I have very legitimate people on there, believe it or not, uh, that has their best interest for me. And everybody know Facebook is the devil's playground.
For sure.
And when you get people that's in the devil's playground that legitimately have your best interest, then that's something
Special.
Yeah, that's something
For
special.
sure.
So yeah, I used to, and they know it.
And do they show patience with you? Like, cause everybody know it is an addiction, it is a struggle. You feel me? And people can't slip. So do you think even though the money might dry up, do they still be more understanding when they see you back clean?
Well, young lady, it's just not all about the money.
Support.
If it was no such thing as money, but it was a such thing as all this, but no money, I would still do it.
Okay.
Because I like to make people laugh, But because there is a such thing as money, and because they're willing to take it to another motherfucker, baby, cut me in or cut it out, baby. Okay.
Period.
Okay.
Period. So,
But on the flip side, one more time too, just as sure as I got high with some of the money, I've also passed it out and shared my blessings also.
You do.
And this is the reason why I continue to get blessings.
And one thing they know, baby, Scoota gonna buy him some clothes. Scoota gonna keep a fresh pair of shoes on, baby. You've been at your lowest, at rock bottom with a fresh pair of Air Max on, baby. You don't fuck around. You say, I'm gonna be high, but I ain't gonna be dirty.
And I have sometimes, or a lot of the times, they when I'm out in the streets and roaming around and getting high and stuff like that, a lot of the people take pictures of me when I'm at my worst. But believe it, honey, earlier that day when I first stepped out, I was fresh.
You was fresh too.
Okay. Now, I may not have on what I would have on now,
For sure.
but my hair stayed cut, my clothes was clean, and I had a fresh pair of pumps.
For sure. Knowing that you got so many people, your Facebook family, they depending on you, they rooting for you. Is that motivation? Like in a rough time, would it be like, I need me a bag? I feel like getting high. Do that kind of keep you grounded, or is it more so something that you know I need to do with them myself? I'm tired of this. This is what I want to do, regardless of who feel what about it.
Well, it's a little bit of both.
Okay.
Because my girlfriends look out for me and they bless me a lot. And I continuously tell them, girl, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And I think I want to prove a point to myself, but I also want to make them proud of me. Because, like I said, it's a lot of people that's legitimately love me.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? All in different states. And I'm not the type of person to think I'm up there.
No, you are.
Because when people always say, oh, you a celebrity, I'm not. The celebrities up in Hollywood.
I struggle with that too. I think it's more so like if we humble people, we don't want to feel like we getting all this attention.
I wouldn't even say that I was a humble person.
You're not.
I'm not.
I'll take it as you humble. What you think it is?
Humble is just a word that the people use on me. And I appreciate people, and I appreciate people when they do good for me and do good for you or anybody else.
That's real talk.
So all that humble shit, baby, that's a motherfucker. Humble is when you in court and doing all that stuff, and the judge give you 20 years instead of 40.
Don't call it.
And that's how you be humble, baby.
Sure.
Yeah, in front of them now.
Just,
That's
good person. You just good people for sure.
Yeah.
What's your situation right now with your with your cases? You still fighting cases?
I am still fighting. I have a band on my leg as big as you right now.
Sure.
So on June 17th, I'm getting ready to turn myself in, and hopefully it'll be dressed in, dressed out, and I'll come on and start all over again. Yeah, I want to get it over with.
For sure, man. We love seeing you. It's like every
And I
time
love y'all seeing me.
Every time we get used to you, you be gone.
I gotta go, right? But you know why?
But you don't stay gone long.
But you know why I love that? I need to get the bitches a break, baby, for the 111s and 2s. I gotta make a mess.
You don't want to oversaturate yourself.
Yeah. You know, I remember this one time I had got out of DuPage County Jail. Oh my God, I was going viral. I mean, April O'Neil was out. I mean, I was doing the damn thing.
Right.
Girl, I had got locked up for 6 months. My best friend in the whole wide world, Treely, came to get me. And I said, Treely tried to asked me, did I need something? And I told her, no. I was like, girl, I'm not take that shit, baby. I know how I'm to get my money, baby.
Right.
And she said, how? I said, all I need to do is log in and let the bitches see that I'm back down like SmackDown, baby.
That's it.
Child, by the time we got to tops and bottoms on Madison, honey, I had enough money to get me a couple outfits and a pair of shoes and my friend, goddamn. But she
I
didn't.
think you the only motherfucker I know that done bonded out of jail from Facebook.
Yes. Yeah. You know, because I think people, I know people really, really love my crazy ass. And you know, it's just my Facebook girlfriends. But my girlfriends who really, really know me, that's been around me like 25 years, who I grew up with, who I can go to their house, knock unannounced and all that stuff. Girl, they so tired of me and my shit, baby. Okay. Ooh, when I threaten to block them, like I do the people on Facebook, you know, my family on Facebook or whatever, they say, please block me. You need some help, motherfucker. They so tired of me. But I love my friends.
For sure, man. We love you too. We love you too.
Okay.
And that was a question, but you cleared that on earlier. It was, do you consider yourself a crackhead? Scoota,
do I consider myself a crackhead?
That's one of the
well,
questions.
I've never smoked crack.
I think because we in the churches.
Right here,
Okay.
L here, baby.
See,
I used to be.
That's the thing. I didn't even know what the fuck L was.
I can make you know it, baby, if you want to.
No.
Okay,
yeah. But that's what I was just going to say. That's just like what everybody is, like an umbrella where they put.
No, I get where you're going. No, do I consider myself a crackhead? I don't think nobody in their right fucking mind would consider themselves a crackhead. I consider myself as a drug user, or used to be, or trying to recover from being a drug user. No.
For sure. Go, what's that word? It's KB Nene, and I'm at Iron Team Studios, where they had the best mixing and mastering and the top-notch security, cameras everywhere, so you can feel secure and safe while you record your music. You can also come and record your content. And if you're interested in starting a podcast, or if you need a location to film your podcast, your set can look like this. We got A1 quality, A1 cameras, A1 production. Come tap in with my people. You can book your time slot at www.ionteam.com. Lock in. Yo, sobriety, how's it been coming? Has it been a struggle? Has it been a walk through a park? More so like my
well, it's never be a walk in the park. You know, you always will have cravings. You know what I'm saying? If you ask me right now, do I want to go out and go get me a motherfucking bag, baby, and suck dick all motherfucking night? Hell yeah, baby. But I know in my heart that I got shit to do now. Right. I need to catch up in life, you know. Yeah.
Think you had a good run now. It's time.
I did have a very, very good run. And I'm not going to lie to you. I miss running them shoes.
What's some of your best memories when you was in the street?
Oh, sucking dick, get high, but you know, and I'm like real for real. But I think like some of the guys that I used to rock and roll with, like, you know, like the off Facebook stuff, like kicking it in the trap house, and we got the little speaker and we kicking it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, motherfucker just vibing it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker, such a ain't come here. You know what I'm saying? After that, let him go. You know, that girl, yeah, all that ignorant shit. You know, so yeah, just the vibe, and I really love the streets of Chicago. You know, honey, you will make no mistake about it. You will come up in the garbage can in this motherfucker, baby. But ain't no city like Chicago.
What's some of the best advantages of being sober?
This.
Okay.
Recognition.
For sure. You get to enjoy
recognition.
For sure. It's like you get to enjoy.
Yeah. Meeting different people. I've met some of the most beautifulest people in the world.
Okay.
Just with my spirit and my personality. A girlfriend asked me, I was on a live with a girlfriend of mine named Lunk. And I did a live and I sent a shout out like I do all the time to my girlfriends that work in Cook County Jail, the guards and the officers and stuff. And she said, what you mean? You institutionalized, and I'm not in no way, shape, form, or fashion institutionalized. Nor do I like going to jail.
Okay.
I'm just a person that I can adapt to my environment. Okay. I know I program it in my head. I already know when I go out stealing, it's a whole possibility that I may go back in this raggedy motherfucker. now I'm here. You know, so I'm not gonna whine, bitch, and moan. You know, when I just left a motherfucking 3-bedroom apartment and had it furnished and had parties and the boys and all that shit. You know, I'm here now. There ain't no reason to cry. I don't cry over spilled milk, honey. It is what
So
the
you
fuck
go
it
to
is.
jail, it's just
I'm
what
just
it
the
is,
same
and
person
you
as
just
I am now.
adapt to that
my
environment. For sure.
Because I ain't there for murdering. First 48 in the motherfucker, the attempt in the first 48. Yeah, because I know I'm coming home, baby. Yes, right. Yeah, baby.
Taking on
6 months.
bullshit,
Yeah,
shit,
you know
6
what I'm
months,
saying?
but you know you
Yeah.
ain't finna be in here no 10,
And what I
15.
like about, you know, honestly, I'm going to tell you something. During my drug addiction, I didn't mind going to jail. Because I knew had I not stole and I continued to run the streets and I kept hustling and getting money, my drug addiction would have got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, and it would have been unrecognizable and the impossible OD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So when you go to jail, you get that break.
I was just finna
You
say
get that time to reflect,
sit down,
and
catch your
get
breath.
back. You
It's
know
like
what I'm
kind of
saying?
like God's intervention.
Yes.
For sure.
Yes.
For sure. I feel that. What's your current relationship status? You single, you in a relationship, or you hoeing?
Dick sucking.
Okay. I think that fall under the umbrella hoeing.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit.
Yeah.
On code of
Do
grace.
I do?
Is it one dick or is it whatever dick that you feeling that day?
Hold it. Now you in my Nike bag.
On code of grace.
Excuse
'Cause
me,
y'all
honey.
right.
Right.
Okay, you right. Too deep,
She a
too
trip,
far.
you a trip with your shit. But if you just have to know.
I guess my question is, is Scooter in love? Do somebody got Scooter heart? Because I mean, sucking dick can be a sport, but what's up with the love?
Yes, it is a sport. Do like a particular person? No. You know who has my heart? You and these girls that see me through this old.
You got my heart too. I
iPhone,
love
honey.
you.
That's who got my heart.
For sure. Before we get out of here, we have to do a well-being check. You never know where a person going mentally. You feel me? We smile a lot, but on the flip side, we be drowning in our thoughts. So, as a well-being check, how you doing mentally?
I'm doing good, actually. Sometimes I feel like I just like I said last night, I get a little bit lonely, you know. But you know what breaks me out of that? When I see my girlfriends and their relationship. Some of them don't be good and stressed out, trying to keep up with that dick and all this and all that.
What's up?
And that gets me right back into activation mode again. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing good mentally. And I actually appreciate you thinking about me to even want to sit here and talk to you.
For sure. I'm a big fan of you. For sure.
Well, thank you.
One question. We got to keep up with today's time. So, you got Diddy. And I'm sure this your era. You feel me? In the 90s, baby, there was a lot of fucking going on, a lot of partying going on. Everybody was lit.
I want to tell you something. Diddy should have had me at the party. I wouldn't have told a soul, baby. I'd have been at court, baby. You know what I'm saying? He ain't do that. Let him go.
But okay, the question: where does it go from consensual adults having sex to a crime, sex trafficking?
Money.
It's about the paper.
It's money. This is actually what happened.
Okay.
When you have a certain place and a certain status, Diddy do not continue to fuck with the same hot person. It was a good fuck. You were hot, but it's on to the next. And I think people, I think just like the R. Kelly stuff, I think the well had went dry for those people.
Okay.
He didn't want to fuck around with no more. And when the bullshit happened with Cassie, and that blew up news-wise, then all the sharks start coming.
Smell blood.
They smell blood.
Sign of weakness.
Yes. And I believe that's what happened with the R. Kelly case when he was paying those mothers and stuff, and those girls got older and more mature, and he wasn't attracted to that.
Exactly.
So why am I paying you if we not fucking? No, I'm not attracted to that.
Seen like a blogger had said that, made it like that analogy. Like,
Yeah.
you got.
I think it's all
in this
boils down to
moment,
money.
You
Honey.
got, he was with Carisha, which is younger than Cassie, more attractive. You feel me? Living that lifestyle, and it's more so like this. Everything that he promised me, everything that I endure all this stuff for, I was supposed to get. Now she got a talk show. Now she on your hip.
Well, I don't believe Diddy was the type of person that liked it young, underage people. I just think Diddy liked it hot boys, honey, and men and stuff like that.
Okay, so that's the thing, right? Because I've been paying attention a little bit to the reporters, and this came out. Diddy, everybody say Diddy gay, but in everything that's coming out, he never had sex with none of these men. He actually just like sitting back watching them. So is that the sin of gay?
Hold on. How do you know he didn't
Because
get in the bed and fuck?
I'm saying based off the testimony, you got all these people, they come and they testifying that what he liked, what happened to
It all boils down to money, honey.
Okay.
If you knew that you was gonna get a few dollars, baby, more than probably what you've ever spent in your lifetime, baby.
Okay.
It's just like the old talk show on ABC with John Quinones. What would you do? All right there, baby.
Sure.
Yeah. So I think it just all boils down to money. I don't believe, well, to a straight man, Diddy is gay. Me personally, I don't believe Diddy gay. I believe he's just a freak, baby. He like it both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay, break this down, because
gay is just something that society has labeled.
But I got a question, because it's different kinds of gay. Like, do you consider
It's
yourself?
just one.
Well, no, because now you had transsexual, you have
Gay.
bisexual.
Gay.
So it all
If you
fall
are
under
a
gay.
man, if you are a man with wood and 2 testicles,
Okay.
if you are a man without ovaries,
Okay.
if you are a man with all that, and you still continue to put on hair and have a feminine feature and take hormones and get titties and shit, you're gay.
Okay.
It's not no other
So
way
now,
to put
Scoota,
that.
you from the old school.
Yes.
So we're gonna talk about the real. Okay.
Okay.
So is it a mental illness, or is it a lifestyle? What is it? Okay, to be gay is a man attracted to men, y'all have sex, but you aren't a woman. Like, you do agree that you aren't a woman, you a man.
Correct.
And I think now in today's time frame, that
They
became
think
an
that-
argument. Like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
a woman. I'm not a man, even though I have this part, but I'm a woman.
No, that's not it. If you were born with a dick and balls, I don't give a fuck how you get it cut off and throw it in the garbage, and you get titties and facial features, and you can look just like motherfucking Beyonce. But when another man chooses to have you and he rides your cornhole, honey, and he penetrates in you, you're not able to have kids because you don't have ovaries. You are a man. God created man and woman.
Okay.
He didn't create.
So Trump
This,
ain't a racist
that.
when he said that. So they say, because when Trump said it, they went crazy.
I don't even believe in the word racism.
You don't?
I don't.
Okay. Do you believe in people can be prejudiced?
I think people can be biased.
Okay.
This is America, darling. You have the option to fuck with who the fuck you want to.
Okay.
But when people choose to not fuck with you, they get that person fucked up because they forget one thing: respect.
Okay.
I don't have to like you and fuck with you, but I am obligated to respect you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So again, to me, I'm just saying me, racism is something that humans has put out there.
Something they
Yes.
created.
Yes.
Okay, for sure.
A stigma.
Okay. I can feel that. I can feel that. For sure. Any last remarks before we get out of here? Anything you want these people to know? Anything like misconceptions, myths you want to bust? Any shout outs? Anything you want to
Well, I don't have no myths, honey, because my life is an open book.
Period.
But what I can say is summertime is at the front door. I want everybody to make sure that they stay safe sexually and physically in the city of Chicago. And continue to watch your kids. God bless everybody. God bless America. And you as well.
Thank you, for sure. For
Welcome.
sure. Well, I appreciate you for coming down,
I
sitting with me.
appreciate you too
sure.
for having me sit here.
You definitely a vibe. You love. You always be loved. I
Yeah.
love to see you on your
Well, I
shit.
just got one bone to pick with you.
What's that? What I do?
I thought you was gonna put me in a hot seat.
I did. That's what we talked about.
Oh, that was the hot seat?
The hot seat was, do you take the people money and get high? You
That
ain't.
wasn't no motherfucking hot seat. That was the question.
I mean.
Girl, I thought you was finna have my ass burning and all that shit, baby.
Okay, this is a question. Because what I try to do with my content, I understand that it's content and it's comedy, but I'm strong on respect.
Yes.
You feel me? You still my elder.
But just because you ask a question does not mean that you're disrespecting the person. Outright bluntly accusing somebody of something without asking a question is disrespectful.
Okay, so what are some questions you think that I should have asked that you think the viewers really want to know, that what you consider the mess, the tea? What you feel? What they say?
But darling, you have a lot of watching to do on my Facebook page.
Yeah, I be trying. I asked you, was you sucking 1 dick or 10 dicks? You told me I'm too deep in your business, so I don't be like. That's why I say yes.
I didn't say that.
Go ahead.
I said you were in my purse, but I said for the record, 50, 60, 100. Whichever, whatever I got a taste for, baby. Don't you like to eat?
No, I ain't got that big of an appetite.
Oh, okay then. Well, baby, that's why you're small as a stick, baby. That's fine, baby. All right.
You said I need to start. I thought I was missing a couple cheeseburgers. You said it was a dick. You said it was a dick. I need to get some dick.
No, just like let the record reflect now. I am a down and a Delta dick sucker girl, but I just don't although I've had said it, but I just don't suck dick like that now. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so what's the warm up?
But I would say this, normally when I meet a guy, I'm very, very fast, and normally we will have sex. So very rarely do I not, because ugly, unattractive men does not approach me.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
When you hook up with men, is it for sex or is you looking to actually vibe, get in a relationship? Like you say, you real quick, straightforward with, hey, we fucking. But is it after we fuck? What's the conversation like? Is it all right, we going our separate ways? Is it okay, can we do this again tomorrow?
It's whatever it gives.
It's just the vibe.
Just whatever. It can. I don't necessarily think that every time I kick it with a guy that we fucking, because the bulk of my friends are straight.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I won't be able to say that. But normally, honey, they know how I'm rocking and rolling. And I only put myself with a particular person.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like when I kick it with you and we get the same drugs and you know what I'm saying, now that you already know what's getting ready to come after that. You know what I'm saying?
What's your viewpoint on prostitution? You think these hoes
Prostitution?
Yeah, I mean,
that's
like,
another stigma.
what you mean?
To me, that's just a word that society has produced. Okay. How the fuck are you a prostitute when you're providing a service for somebody?
It's a business arrangement, huh?
You better know it, huh? Excuse me. It's not no prostitution, honey. That's just another word and another stigma that y'all let the white man put upon y'all.
Okay, last question, Scooter. We got to talk about today's time with these kids. You, original Chicago, you know how Chicago was growing up for you. How fun it was, lit, dangerous, but still fun city. You see Chicago now. Even when you go to the jails, you see the YNs and
what the fuck is a YN?
Young niggas.
Oh, that's what that means.
That's that.
Okay, baby, I'm kidding. I don't know what that means.
Yeah,
all that old ignorant shit. And one more thing. What the fuck is a poo shiesty mask? What is that?
Ski masks. You see the boys with the skis, the ass cut out. That's all it is.
Oh, that's the poo shiesty mask.
Poo shiesty mask, ski mask.
I actually sucked a boy dick with a poo shiesty mask.
Let me find out.
Girl, I did.
Scooter, you came across with a YN.
Yeah, I had a poo shiesty, baby. Ooh, baby, it was like this, honey. How you doing? Go ahead. That's what a poo shiesty mask is.
Yep. So Scooter, preference. You like all the guys?
I like
the
whoever like
YNs.
me.
Okay, no preference?
No.
How young is too young for Scooter?
21 and younger.
Okay. So 19, 18 is too young for you?
Yeah, I know.
That's
it's no attraction because we're mentally on two different levels. You know what I'm saying?
So you think, okay, for men, say 41, 42, get into relationships, back to the city kids, Diddy and Cass situation, get into situations with younger people, 18, 19. Do you think it's genuine interest or do you think it's a control thing? Like, what can really a 50-year-old and a 19-year-old really talk about outside of control?
Well, no. A 50-year-old and a 15-year-old,
19, 15
19-year-old,
legal.
if you're not father and daughter, father and son, it's nothing but a sex name.
Can't go no
attraction.
deeper than sex.
That's it. Because their mindset is on two different
And do you
levels.
think that could have been a problem with Diddy find himself in this situation? Because to one person you got is just sex, and then one person you got is love, and I'm doing this to please, and somewhere down
The only thing I could say is that Diddy had a whole lot of money
Okay.
and a whole lot of semen wrapped
Okay.
in his back, honey. He was a freak.
Oh, category.
So you can throw all that in the wash machine and mix it together and take it out and throw it in the dryer. And when it come out as one, then all that shit fly at once.
Is it being a freak illegal?
No, it's a part of life and human nature.
Period.
Don't your Hello Kitty get hot?
It does.
All right then. You're a freak.
But not for 4 days straight now.
Huh?
Not for 4 days straight.
Well, you want to know why?
Why?
Because you haven't met a man yet to bring that out of you.
I think it's drugs. I think they was having drugs bring that shit
Well,
up
I
out
can
of
suck
them.
dick with it or without.
For 4 days straight is insane. Your jaw's
Oh,
gonna lock up, Scooter.
who
You a
jaw?
pro, but baby, you ain't that. Now we real hot seat, baby.
Can I tell you
You
something?
ain't that deep up
Can
a
I
pro.
tell you something?
What's that?
Can I tell you something?
What?
Just because your motherfucking mouth does not work.
It doesn't.
Oh, okay. So don't put that on the next motherfucker.
4 days, Scooter. 4 days. That's lockjaw.
All day long. It could go 7 to 30 days, honey.
You had your wisdom teeth taken out.
I never had wisdom teeth. Honey.
That's why you can suck dick 4 days. My wisdom teeth, I need to get 10 days. Oh, Cody.
Well, baby, if you knew how to suck dick, your wisdom tooth wouldn't even have to matter.
What the fuck sucking dick got to do with your wisdom tooth?
That's what you just said.
No, I'm just saying, cuz I be getting a little straight, but I don't even talk about like that.
You know?
No, they don't
You want to know
suck
why?
dick.
Because you ain't had an older man to suck that motherfucking pussy till you have to call 911 and get him out, baby.
We on
You can get some head. That's it. Yeah, you get some head. But you ain't having that and had a man. Have you ever had a real, genuine man that really likes you and dates you
Yeah.
and don't want to have sex with you? Just want to date you and get to know you. Listen to the question now.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he get to know you and stuff, then he'll have sex with you. And when you have the sex, it be something from the other side of the moon. I've never had that before, honey, because you would know exactly what I'm talking about.
I know.
And once you get that, my dear, then you will understand, and that freak will come out with you because you
these
get
nails in there off coke.
Wait a minute. Don't cut me off.
You
honey.
right. I'm sorry. I
Thank
apologize.
You just ain't had that yet, baby. But you a fine one, though, because you're a very attractive young lady.
Scooter, I'm trying to tell you, not to cut you off, but them folks was in there high. They had.
Y'all ain't give a
cocaine.
fuck about them,
They
man.
had
They ain't had me
2C,
up in that motherfucker.
4 days straight.
Yeah, I don't give no fuck about all
say-
that, baby.
you say-
They ain't had me in that
So you
motherfucker.
say they should have had you. You said the money, they fucking is turned.
Do you remember the movie with a Players Club?
Yep.
What was the light-skinned girl name that kept on trying to fuck Diamond?
Ronnie.
Do you remember the scenes real good?
Hmm?
Do you remember when Ronnie went in that house and stripped and beat those white police officers?
Yeah, that was
Which
you.
is- That's me. I'm the animal, honey, in a bed.
Yeah.
Boss
when we
freak.
gonna get out of here.
Thank
We
you.
here for a good time, not a long time. You feel
Thank
me?
you. Oh,
Just
come on. I like
gonna
that,
come
man. It's 3
kicking
o'clock
it,
on the head.
Period.
Okay.
So, thank y'all for viewing, School.
Thank you.
Until
Be
next
safe.
time.
I love y'all. Thank you
Tap
for
in
having
with me on the next one for sure. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you want to be a guest on my next episode, or if you want to be a sponsor on the next episode, hit that link. You can send me some merch. I can promote you, tag you on my Instagram socials. We can collaborate. So hit me up, hit that link. Let's lock in. Let's work.